Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom to you Hebrew Israelites. Gotta give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Akwal who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming at you with another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. And this is learning not the ways of the heathens. Our people are just meditating. Our people have been brainwashed for so long. They have been joined to these Edomites for so long. They don't know how to separate from these Edomites, which these Edomites push this queer Martin Luther King to bring blacks and whites together, so to speak. The Lord say, learn not the way of the heathen. Our people have been joined to these heathen for so long. This is all they know. They don't understand that the Lord say, even though we got to work around them, we got to shop around them, we got to be around them. Okay, when you out and about in the highways, when you in the city, you have to be around them. But you do not have to be joined to these Edomites, man. Our people have been brainwashed so long with being joined to these devils, they don't know how to separate themselves. And all they know is without these so-called white people, they can't make it. Okay, because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, they controls all the jobs. They own all the jobs. They own everything. So because people feel like, well, they give me employment, so why should I hate them? Okay, they own everything, man. The Lord giving the earth into their hand, so we have no choice but to be up on these devils, because the Lord have put them over us for us breaking His covenant. But our people is so bugged out about these Edomites, they don't see themselves getting into the kingdom of heaven without these Edomites. Well, according to the scriptures, the Lord is not dealing with these Edomites, man. Now He got a hedge around them to perform their wickedness, okay, through their wicked devices. But that's it, man. The Lord set them to do their job, which is to destroy the earth and to deceive people, man. Our people have been bugged out so long, have been brainwashed so long to be joined to these devils. This is all they know. According to the scriptures, the Lord said He was going to wake up His elect, which we know 2/3 is going to stay bugged out. But the elect will not be joined to these devils, man. Like I said, we have to work with them. Okay, we have to shop around them. But that's it, man. You do not supposed to be joined with these Edomites, man. This is Maccabees. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And that's my point, man, of this lesson. Jake feel like if they are not joined to these Edomites, they're going to catch hell in life, man. Okay? That's why these parents send their kids to college. So if you go to college, you have a greater chance of having a good life. Okay? You can become a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist or some type of geology or archaeology or some type of way to make it in the world, man. You will become you can get your master's or bachelor's or associate's degree, because this is the way of life, following after who? The heathen. Which really, these colleges, these schools were set up by Israelites, man, in the ancient time, okay? Esau, once he conquered the world, he took over everything, man. and did what? Perverted everything, man. Okay? Turned everything upside down. But our people is joined to these Edomites because they feel like, hey, when you look at them, they successful for the most part. Because you got more wicked, you got more Edomites homeless or on a low level than you do got the rich, man. Our people want to be joined to these devils, man, because they living in the suburbs and they doctors and lawyers and they dentists and all these other brain surgeons or whatever you got, man. Okay? But as Matthew 5 tell you, man, Israel is the salt of the earth, man. We the salt of the world, man. So why would you try to be like these base men because they walk around in suits and ties, man? Okay, because they staying in lofts and skyscrapers and they got mansions and all. Hey, man, that's gonna be destroyed, man. The Lord say, "Be not joined to these heathen nations, man." But Jake feel like if they don't be joined with Esau, Edom, they will not make it in the world, man. They can't make it. This is how people feel. Again, this is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. It saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So they feel like the Lord said we're supposed to be separated. So our people, 2/3 of our people feel like if they are not joined to the ways of the heathens, they gonna catch hell in life, man. Okay? We on the bottom, man. The Lord said we are worms of the earth, man. Tell it in Job 25th chapter. We do not supposed to be joined to them, man. Okay? When you read Genesis 25, it say 2 nations was in her womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, man. 2 manner of people, man. Meaning our ways is diverse from the Edomites, man. So we don't supposed to be joined to these Edomites, man. Okay? We don't, man. Now I'm gonna get 2 points out of this First Maccabees 1:11. The first one I'm going to get is Exodus 23 and 32, and it reads, because it said right there in First Maccabees 1:11, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. This is Exodus 23 and 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. And that's what our people did, man. Made a covenant with the Edomites. How do the church pastors make a covenant with these Edomites? With their 501c3 charter, man. Which I'm going to get that in a little bit, Lord's willing. They made a covenant with them through their 501c3 charter. Now I say, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Now, this is St. John chapter 15 and verse 18. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. So this is in the red. So this is Yahushua saying, if the world hate you, know that it hated me first, man. But who cares? Verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So it's a separation, man. The Lord have had a separation with his people and all heathen nations, man. So we do not supposed to be joined to them. But because Jay don't see no other way in life other than be joined to these Edomites, that's the only way they're going to make it. Because if they're not joined to the Edomites, they're going to catch what? They feel like they're going to catch pure hell, which the Lord tested you. But guess what 1 Corinthians 10:13 say? The Lord will not let you bear no more than you can handle, man. And When you read Ecclesiastes chapter 2, it say, prepare thy soul when thou come to serve the Lord, man. Okay? Prepare your soul to become to serve the Lord, because you're going to fall in different situations, man. And it may seem hard, but these are the things that the Lord is doing to try you, to bring you through the furnace of affliction, man. To make you stronger, to make you being able to endure to the end, man. So our people don't want to go through that. They want the easy life. When really, the easy life, that's not the straight gate, man. They thinking the easy life is the way. No, man. You're really going through the wide gate, and the ones that's catching hell, they going through the straight gate, man. Okay? I can tell you in Matthew chapter 7. Our people don't want to go through these things, man. They feel like being joined to these devils, they're going to make it. Well, guess what? Being joined to these devils, you're going to take the RFID microchip, man, which is the mark of the beast. You're going to take it without a doubt, man. You're going to take it because you're looking for the easy way out, man. You're looking for the easy way. So let me get this. This is Second Ezra chapter 7. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It said, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, okay, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. So you walking down a narrow path, and on one side is fire, and on the other side is water, okay? And one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once, okay? This that straight gate, that difficult way, man. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, meaning the tribulation that the Lord going to put you through, how shall he receive this inheritance if you don't go through things, man? How shall you inherit the kingdom? Because the Lord say he will put you through the trials of tribulation, man. Okay? He will put you through the furnace of affliction to try you, to make you stronger, to make you patient, to make you endure to the end, man. And I say, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. Okay? So the Lord puts you through these things, man, to try you. If the Lord doing this to you daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, man, you can best believe if you one of the men of the Lord, okay, if he chosen you, he's going to put you through these things, man. So trying to run and hide behind the Edomites is not going to protect you, man. The Lord chose you. This is Israel's portion, man, to go through the straight gate. Now reading that, let me go to Matthew chapter 7 and verse 6. Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. And it reads, enter ye in at the straight gate, meaning the narrow one, which I just read to you in 2nd Ezra. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it again. 2nd Ezra 7 and 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Okay? So what Matthew is saying right here, enter ye in at the straight gate, is talking about the narrow gate, man. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way. Okay, again, 2nd Ezra 7 and 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. That fire on the right hand is the Lord bringing you through the furnace of affliction, man. Okay, he said he gonna do what? He gonna set his sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left, man. So that deep water that's on the left, man, that's for the goats, man. Okay, you're gonna be destroyed. But that fire on the right hand, that's for to bring the elect through that furnace of affliction, man. It tell you that in Isaiah, I think the 48th chapter, man. Okay, Isaiah 48 and 10. Listen, man, that gate is narrow. Read on. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Okay? Listen, man. This is about the narrow gate, man. Now, going back into 2nd Ezra chapter 7 in verse 12. It say, then were the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They that are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the interests of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them, man. So this was Ezra saying that, listen, if you don't go through these trials and tribulations, you will not make it to the kingdom, man. The Lord made this not an easy task, man. You supposed to go through the trials, man. Okay, the furnace of affliction, man. This is verse 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above power, and none that have understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of God that is set before them. For God hath given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. And they said the same thing in Jeremiah 16 and 12. And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. So listen, man. The Lord put you through the furnace of affliction, man. Now this is Ecclesiasticus, which is also Sirach, chapter 2. Verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, if you come to serve the Lord in all truth and sincerity, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make no haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayst be increased at the last day, at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So you're going to go through these things, man. And this whole chapter is fire, man. You're going to go through these things, man. The Lord puts you through these things for a reason, man. Okay? To build up your faith, man. Now this is James. This is James chapter 1, which I love to go to, man. This is James chapter 1. I'm going to start at 2. And it reads, my brethren, first off, let me read 1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So this is talking to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indian and Haitians, man. This has nothing to do with the heathens, man. We do not supposed to be joined to the heathens. Verse 2, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall in diverse temptations. Meaning different, man. The Lord going to test you on many levels, man. Many kind of ways. Many, okay? Diverse ways, man. Verse 3, and this is the fire. This is the fire of this verse, man. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, man. When the Lord puts you through something, He's making you perfect in patience, man. So you won't get too ahead of yourself and burn out, man. Because a lot of brothers burn out, man. Okay? They burn out, man. You have a lot of people that come into the truth and they fall out, man, because they burn out. Now we know overall it's the Most High that take their lamp away, man. Okay? They take he make all their oil leak out, man. But trying your faith, work of patience, man. The Lord is making you endure over a long period of time, man. Okay? Verse 3 again. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith work of patience, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing, man. Nothing. Because you know through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, your patience, man. You know your level. This is verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Blessed be the man that endureth temptation, man. So when you catch a hell, you know the Most High is putting you through that because He's making you patient. He's building up your endurance, man. Okay? The Lord say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, man. Verse 12, James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him, man. Now, let me go to Isaiah. And see, that's why Jake don't want to come into the truth, man. Okay? Even if they get a little taste of it, they fall away because they're like, it's too hard, man. Dealing with the straight gate of Yahweh Shah is hard, man. This ain't no religion. This ain't Christianity, man. You can't just come into this and think it's going to be a cakewalk, man. Because it's not, man. You got to go through things, man. The Lord going to put you through things, and it's going to either make you stronger and hard, or you're going to fall away and go back into the world, man, and go back to Christianity, man. Go back to following your religion that you was in. So this is Isaiah 48, verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, and that's what he's doing. He's refining us now. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Now, this is Isaiah. So, let's see what Ecclesiastes say, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay? For gold is tried in the fire, man. What did it say right here? Isaiah 40 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord considers us as gold, man. Okay, and silver when you read Joel, man. He said, you have taken my gold and silver and my goodly pleasant things into your temples. Okay, what you talking about? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? But Jake don't want to be in this truth because you will have to go through hard times, man. But the Lord say that's the straight gate. Okay? At the end, it's what? A crown of life, man. Like it said in James. Again, I'm going to read this in James. because Jake don't want to go through this, man. But this is the way, man. This is the way to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? Yahushua had to go through it. Who are we not to go through it, man? James 1 and 12 again. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord Yahushua have promised to them that love him. Now, when you go to Revelation chapter 2, it reads, Revelation chapter 2 verse 25, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Okay? When you read verse Revelation 3 and 11, behold, I come quickly, hold that which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, man. Okay? That no man take thy crown, man. So these pastors and all these all these religion worshipers, because the real Christians are Israelites. So I can't even say Christians. All these 2/3 Israelites, because I don't even care about these heathen nations. I ain't even talking to them. I'm talking to you Israelites. Our people don't want to come into the truth, man, because it's hard, man. Okay? You can't eat pork and shrimp and crabs and lobster and no shellfish, and you can't commit adultery, and you can't be a homosexual or a transgender or lesbian. Okay, these things that these 2/3 of Israel want to be part of, man. So they're not going to come into this. And the Lord say, oh, it's in the Apocrypha that wisdom will not enter into a wicked soul, man. Okay? It will not. So this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved, man. Okay? You got a lot of these Christians talking about they saved. Saved from what, man? What you saved from? The Lord say, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. This is Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 20. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. Okay? We are not saved, man. Guess who's going to get saved? The elect, man. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 68, and it reads, Blessed be the Lord Yahushua, power of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which he have since the world began, that we, not all, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. And when you read Psalm 83, it tell you that who hate us. Now, the point of this lesson is Jake want to be joined to the Edomites because they don't want to suffer these afflictions, man. They don't want to go through these, which the Lord does that, because the Lord tell you in Isaiah in St. John 15 and 16 that he chooses you, you can't choose him. Okay, in St. John 6 and 44 say he will raise up his men at the last days. So 2/3 don't get this no way, but the point is these Israelites want to be joined to the heathen because they gonna live good. They can live good and do whatever, man. Okay, there's no boundaries when you up under the 501c3 charter. Which, matter of fact, I'm going to read this. This is the 501c3 charter. I'm just going to get a few things out of it. Now, this would say, according to the IRS, the 501c3 charter, Christian churches, ministries, and organizations may not do the following: expose conspiracies, criticize the New World Order, say or publish anything negative about any politician, Republican or Democrat, which we always go in on, criticize government agencies and bureaus, the IRS, the FBI, the BATF, the CIA, the EPA, the DEA, OSHA, or the DOJ, etc. Criticize an institution of government such as the White House, the Congress, the Federal Reserve Board, even though this is a private corporation or the Supreme Court. These are the things you must not do if you're under 501c3 charter, which every church in North America is under 501c3 charter. Number 6, encourage citizens to call or write their congressman, senator, governor, mayor, or other public official. Criticize any proposed or pending bill or legislation that would take away the rights and freedom of the people. Make disparaging remarks about or criticize any other faith group, cult, or religion. And we always go in on all the religions was man-made, man. The Lord made us spiritual. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to follow. These are the things they don't want you to talk about. It say make disparaging remarks about or criticize any other faith group, cult, or religion. Number 9, expose or criticize the New Age movement, which is starting with the Rothschilds, who pushing this New World Order to have everybody chip with the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Expose or encourage a law-abiding citizen, militia, even though this is constitutional. Support or encourage the Second Amendment, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Discourage young women from getting an abortion or endorse the pro-life movement. These things you must not talk about in the churches. That's why Jake want to be joined to the Edomites, because these things, what they said, the Lord done away with all the laws, man. So you can do whatever you want to do. And this is according to the so-called white man. Teach the abortion, especially partial birth abortion, is murder and is killing of the innocent babies. You should not teach about these in the churches. Identify homosexuality as a sin and abominable to God. Okay? And what it tell you in Leviticus 20:13 that a man should not lay with man as with a woman, man. It said the same thing in the New Testament in Romans the 1st chapter for you devils, man. Okay? These things that you should not teach in the church. And guess what? 2/3 of Israel, they don't want to talk about this. Okay? They don't want to talk about none of these things. They want to be joined to the Edomites because their life is easier when you can just join into the party, man. And accept whatever, man. Oh, we love everybody. We supposed to be all as one. The same thing that Nimrod did in the Tower of Babel, man. Genesis the 10th chapter, man. Okay? That's what they going with this madness, man. Express an opinion on a subject or issue. Appeal to people emotions by employing an evangelization method such as fire and brimstone preaching. What did the Lord say in 2 Peter? Okay, let's read it, man. Hey, man, these devils, man, they are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, you can't teach about fire and brimstone preaching, not considering a reasoned approach by the IRS. Discuss or identify threats to Christianity. Christianity is dying. The Bible has nothing to do with Christianity, man. Thus saith the scriptures. Now it said, appeal to people emotions by employing an evangelization method such as fire and brimstone preaching. This is 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are you ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So the Lord said the earth is going to be destroyed with fire, man. So what the hell are they talking about? about methods that such as fire and brimstone preaching, not consider it a reasoned approach by the IRS. So they don't want you telling the people that the world finna be destroyed by fire, man. What the hell? What is this saying, man? This is the doctrines of devils, man. But our people want to be joined to this madness. Now this is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. And it reads, For behold, a day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yeah, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and that day shall come, and that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah host, that it shall lead them neither root nor branch. Now they said they don't want people teaching fire and brimstone preachings, not considered a reasoned approach by the IRS. Discuss or identify threats to Christianity. Christianity is a threat to our people because they are brainwashed with Christianity, man. 2/3 of our people are destroyed with Christianity, man. They are zombitized with Christianity. They are zombies, man. They are walking so-called Christian zombies, man. Discuss subject or topics the IRS deems sensationalists. Criticize well-known public figures or institutions the IRS deems worthy, such as the super rich, elite, international bankers, the Hollywood movie industry, etc. Publish or broadcast information on any topic without giving credence to the opposing viewpoints of Christ's enemies. Okay, now letting you know that the Edomites know that Christ, Yahweh Shah, have enemies, man. Are who? You Edomites, you Ammonites, you Moabites, okay, you Hamites, all you heathen nations, man. Okay? Publish and offer books, tapes, or products that expose the elitist plot against humanity and God. So they don't want you telling the people the truth that the elites got chemtrails and GMO foods and vaccine shots that's trying to kill the people, man. Let me just get this is number 21 on the list. Publish and offer books, tapes, or products that expose the elitist plot against humanity and God. Listen, man. And this list go on and on, man. Oh, verse 27 say, number 27 say, criticize the Jewish ADL or the other Jewish lobby groups. Saying anything positive about the religion right or the patriot movement. Support homeschooling. You don't supposed to teach this. Support homeschooling, home churches, or unregistered churches. Who's the unregistered churches? The brothers in the highways and byways, man. Starting with the Apostle Elder Great Millstone. They don't want you. You don't supposed to be doing this. Or teaching your kids at home that the Lord is a so-called black man and the enemies of Israel is the Edomites and all other heathen nations. You don't supposed to teach your kids these things. This list on this 5160 charter list, man. Hey, you need to pull it up and read it, man. Okay. List is 24. Criticize the Masonic laws, the Order of Skull and Bones, or other secret societies. You can't talk about these things when you in a church under the 5160 charter. Now again, I'm going back again when they say that let me find it real quick. Moving too fast. Oh, verse 27. It say criticizing the Jewish ADL or other Jewish lobby groups. Verse number 28. Saying anything positive about religious rights or the patriot movement. Number 29. Support homeschooling, home churches, or unregistered churches. The unregistered churches or the home churches that they talking about is the brother that's in the highways and byways teaching. You don't supposed to do that. Expose false teachings of any kind by anyone. You don't supposed to do that. So we don't supposed to tell you that TD Snakes, Creflo Dollar, Kirk Franklin, Pastor Bryant, Joyce Myers, John Hagee, Kenneth Copeland, Pat, whatever his name is on the 700 Club, You don't supposed to speak about none of these false teachers, man. Exposing these are the things that's in the 5160 charter. But and the list go on, man. But you got Israel want to be joined to this type of thing. Why? What did they say? Since we have departed from these people, we have had much sorrow, man. Okay? Since we have departed from these people, we have had much sorrow. Yeah. First Maccabees 1:11. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Okay? So Jake want to be joined to this bugged out doctrine, man. The Lord said in Jeremiah, learn not the way of the heathen, man. Okay? And make no covenant with them. Now this is let me get Jeremiah. Let me get this. Gotta get this. It's Jeremiah 14 and verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and this is Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, and that's what's going on now, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. And that's what our people doing today. The same thing the forefathers did. The house of Israel and the house of Judah, meaning the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. So these things is coming, man. When these false gods that you're worshiping would not save you. Verse 14, therefore pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. So you are done, man, because you won't listen to the Lord. You won't listen to his prophets, man, because the Lord have his prophets on the earth giving you the understanding, but you want to stay joined to these heathens because things look good. Okay, the wide gate is beautiful to you right now, but guess what? It's all about the narrow gate, man. Jeremiah 16. It said, verse 4, they shall die grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, that they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And this thing is coming when the time of Jacob trouble kick off, man. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcass shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the field. So let me go to verse 9. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth, meaning happiness, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. It shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us, or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord Yahweh our power? Then thou shalt say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord Yahweh, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my laws. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. Listen, man, that's what's going on, man. Jake want to follow the ways of these heathens, man. Okay? That's why Isaiah 13 and 15 say this. Like it said, first Maccabee, they joined to the heathen. They made a covenant with them. Isaiah 13 and 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Talking about these Edomites and these heathen nations. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Now that's talking about you Israelites. You 2/3. You join to these Edomites, you're going to fall with them, man. You're going to fall with the Edomites because you made a covenant with death, man. You have made a covenant with the enemy, man. You Israelites have made a covenant with the enemy, man. And they giving you things that you can't speak about in the churches. This is John 16:33. Because the Lord say, hey, when you in the world, guess what? He already put a hedge on that, man. John 16:33. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, have overcome the world. So we are not of the world. That's what the Lord say. If you was of the world would love you because you would be of the world. Okay? We are not of the world, man. But you got 2/3 of Israel want to be joined to the world because it looks good right now. But guess what? When things kick off, these Edomites don't give a damn about you. They don't care about you now, man. They don't care about you now. But they're playing you so you can keep deceiving anybody that you can see that's of Israel, man. That's of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. Push that and deceive them much as you can. This is St. John 17, start at verse 6. I have manifest thy name unto the men which thou hast gavest me out of the world. They were down, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee, for I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and had known surely that I came from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Meaning talking about his elect, man. That's pushing the truth in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thy own name those who thou hast given me, which is Yahweh, that they may be one as we are. That's why it's a body, man. Okay? The elect is one body, man. The head, the feet, the arms, the fingers, the toes, everything, man. One body, man. That's why I say they are one, even as him and the Father is one, man. Yahweh Shah and Yahweh, man. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost. There's no more lost sheep. But the son of perdition, which this was talking about Judas that betrayed the son, okay, Judas that betrayed Yahushua, that the scripture may be fulfilled. Because we know the son of perdition is talking about Esau, Edom, so-called white man. And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they may have my joy fulfilled in themselves. And we got the joy, man. It's beautiful that the Lord they open your mind to this wisdom, not understanding, man. Start with the apostles and elders, man. Okay? Start with their elders. This is a beautiful thing, man, to have this truth. Hey, I had two Mormons that come in my neighborhood the other day, man. I cut them to shreds, man, in front of two other Jakes. Okay, the Jakes was out there on the picnic table in my little apartment complex. It was a Puerto Rican Jake, Ephraim Jake, and a Benjamin Jake, and they was chilling together, they was barbecuing. I've been seeing them all the time. The Lord made it where I can go out there and cut these two Edomites up in front of them two Jakes, and they was intrigued by that, man. They was like, wow, bro, you see how red their faces got? And it was beautiful, man. Okay? And now me and the Ephraim and the Benjamin Jake, we talking now, man. Because they said, bro, you cut them up. They telling me, bro, you see how red their faces got? I said, yeah. And I showed them in the scripture that they are the Edomites. They're red, man. Okay? Two Mormon Edomites was over here, and I cut them to shreds, man. And the two Jakes they was excited about that, man. And I told them this is what we supposed to be doing. Y'all supposed to be doing the same thing I'm doing, man. Okay? I have given them thy word, and the world hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth, man. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also may be sanctified through the truth. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through the word. Amen. And that's what's going on, man. This truth is going out, man. And these 2/3 Jakes don't want to be joined to this because you got to go through certain things in this truth, man. You're going to be tested on a daily basis, man. Whether you can see it or not, you do be tested, man. Okay? So it's a beautiful thing. Hey, like the brothers that heard me cut the Mormons up, man. Hey, they was hey, they was intrigued by that, man. And they were asking me a lot of questions. So I sat out there with the two brothers after I ran the two Mormons off, and I fed them a lot of scriptures, man. I fed them a lot of things, man. So hey, the Lord sanctified his elect men so they can push the truth, and them that hear them shall believe, man. Hey, so Lord witness and edifying, got to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth. We're going to hold for the elect. Yeah, I got one more precept too. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, because our people that don't want to be joined to this truth, because you catch hell when you come into the truth, guess what? This is the easy way, man. Come and follow after the truth of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh and His Son, Yahweh Shah. This is the way, man. And if you ain't in this, you think because things are easy right now, guess what? In the end, y'all ass gonna catch hell, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. They don't want to know the Lord because why? They have received benefits through Edom. Through Esau, Edom, man. Okay? What's the benefits? One way of the benefits is the 501c3 charter, man. Okay? It's all good. It's smooth. Anything goes. The law's done away with, because that's what they teach in the church. The law's done away with. So you can accept homosexuals and transgenders and lesbians and bisexuals. That's cool. We accept them with open arms. That's what the church say. Guess what, man? You're going to be destroyed, man, for listening to these pastors. And that's Jeremiah the 14th chapter, man. Starting at verse 14 on down to like 17, man. These pastors deceiving you, man. Okay? That's what our Lord saying Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. The leaders of these people cause them to err. And they that are led of them are destroyed, man. Okay? Why? Because our people want to be joined to the heathen, because life look easy when you following after the ways of the so-called white man. But guess what? That's the wide gate, man. The straight gate is going through things in life because the Lord push you through things, man. The Lord is in control of all things, man. Isaiah 45 and 7 say, He create light and darkness. He formed peace and evil. He alone do all these things, man. Hey, Shalom.